I'm Midge Hill. Our headline story, Cowboys superstar Michael Irvin indicted by a Dallas grand jury.
Today's decision comes about a month after Irvin was caught in a motel room with drugs, 2 women, and a former Cowboy player. Tonight, Irvin is charged with possession of cocaine and marijuana. 11 News reporter Mike Tobin is live at the Crowley Courts building in Dallas. Mike, trouble ahead, obviously, for Michael Irvin.
Right, he could be in trouble with the NFL, and although it's not likely, he could face as much as 20 years in prison for the cocaine possession charge. But now he's getting his strategy together to fight the charges he was indicted on today, and he intends to fight because his lawyer says Michael Irvin is an innocent man. This is Michael Irvin, the star wide receiver, but today it's also Michael Irvin, the defendant, headed home, released on $5,000 bond.
Michael Irvin will plead not guilty because he is not guilty of this offense and will be tried in a court, not in the press. Thank you.
Angela Beck, who was the original person charged, was also indicted along with her friend Jasmine Nabwangu. Here's the rundown of the charges. Michael Irvin charged with possession of cocaine, more than 4 grams, less than 200, and possession of marijuana, less than 2 ounces. Angela Beck was indicted on the same charges. Jasmine Jennifer Nabwangu got a lighter indictment, possession of cocaine less than 1 gram and possession of marijuana less than 2 ounces. Of the 4 people who were in the hotel room, only Alfredo Roberts avoided any charges.
Are you feeling relieved, Mr. Roberts?
Actually, no. Yo, go and get your room so you get all. Let me get all the pictures there. Now back up a little bit now. We're gonna walk now. Please, y'all, let us walk. Thank you.
With the lightheartedness gone from Irvin's style, Alfredo Roberts later returned to the courthouse to walk alongside his friend and former teammate as they headed home to wait for his day in court. Now, we just got a statement from the NFL saying the NFL is aware of the charges and they will closely monitor Michael Irvin's case. Players convicted of drug-related actions are subject to disciplinary action by the NFL Commission. And if Irvin is convicted, he could be put into a drug program subject to 10 drug tests per month, and failure to comply would mean could result in a suspension from the NFL.
All right. Mike, how about Alfredo Roberts now? He showed up at the courthouse again today, but he wasn't indicted. Is he in a position where he'll have to testify against Irvin?
Well, that is a very good question. We asked Alfredo Roberts' attorney that. He says he doesn't know. We'll probably have to wait till the trial itself to see if Alfredo Roberts is called to the witness stand.
All right, we'll see the wheeling and dealing that takes place in the legal circle on this one.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mike Tobin.
So what are the Cowboys saying about today's indictments? 11 News reporter Steve Pickett joins us live from Valley Ranch. Steve, what's the reaction out there?
Well, we actually do have formal announcement from the Cowboys, a statement just released for the last 5 minutes from Jerry Jones on behalf of the Cowboys organization. It reads as follows: "This has been a difficult week for the Dallas Cowboys organization, and we want to express our deep concern for the entire Irvin family. This is a matter that is in the hands of the authorities, and we hope that it will be resolved as quickly and as constructively as possible. We don't believe it would be fair to say any more while the legal process is ongoing." That is the statement from the Cowboys as of this hour. And it is also fair to say this is not the first time the Cowboys have encountered this kind of problem. Players who worked out at Valley Ranch this afternoon kept quiet for the most part on the Irvin indictment. Cowboy Bill Bates did offer his support for his teammate.
And the way I'm looking at it positively is that Michael will definitely become a better person because of all this.
Michael Irvin is clearly the most prominent player of the 90s era to face such trouble. Last season, defensive tackle Leon Lett and former defensive back Clayton Holmes were both suspended for violating the NFL's drug rules. They both tested positive for illegal drug use. Irvin's not been convicted of anything yet, so it is unclear what impact this indictment will have on his career. The NFL punishes those who use drugs, not those just accused of possessing them. And you heard from Mike Tobin's report, an official statement from the NFL. Again, their focal point is on those who are caught using drugs and also those who are convicted. And again, they stressed in the report that we've received from them earlier today that we're only talking about allegations and accusations against Michael Irvin at this point. If there is indeed a conviction, then the NFL will deal with that.
Well, Steve, there's not much comment coming from Valley Ranch, but there's got to be a lot of concern out there.
You know, clearly there is. You can see it in the reaction from those players who decided not to talk to us. This is a very sensitive issue for many of them. Obviously, this is the off-season, not many of them here. But when you have problems like this is indeed a family, and most of the reaction is we're going to deal with this from a family standpoint and deal with it from only from a very personal nature. It is unclear, however, at some point in time they would have a public press conference to deal with this because obviously there's so many fans out there who want some kind of reaction from those players and, of course, Jerry Jones and the others.
Indeed they do. Okay, Steve Pickett live at Valley Ranch. Thanks, Steve.
Thanks, Steve. And there is certainly no loss of words from Cowboys fans about today's indictment. Here's some reaction.
I kind of think it sets a bad example for the young kids. Whether or not he did it or not, I just think a guy like that in that sort of a position really has a responsibility. And I think he failed to live up to that.
And they spend that kind of time going after it, dragging it on. And because he's a celebrity that he is, it seems like they went after him.
I don't think he was in that hotel room playing Monopoly with these two women and the other guy. I don't think they were playing cards or anything like that. I believe he was indicted, rightfully so. He needed to be.
After Michael Irvin's grand jury indictment, he posted a $5,000 bond, indicted today. No court date has actually been set, and we'll have more on this story tonight on 11 on 11 after the basketball game.
And our other